Everyone knows that A-list love is never easy. But was Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore's relationship doomed from the start?
Enough. They've been through too much. They clearly do awful things or okay with doing awful things. Who am I to judge?
Cheated on her. They've been tweeting back and forth. She says that, she's the only one that has her own back.
So, I can't tell that one either.
But now that Diddy's dark past is coming to haunt him, people are questioning Ashton Kutcher and
After party
Ashton Kutcher's relationships have always kept him in the spotlight, but his associations with controversial figures like Sean Diddy Combs have added new layers to the intrigue. As his past comes under intense scrutiny, questions arise about what his ex-wife, Demi Moore, might have known about his complicated connections. The shadows of his marriage to Moore and his ties to Diddy have led many to wonder what secrets might still be concealed. Kutcher's journey through Hollywood's elite began with his high-profile marriage to Moore. When they tied the knot in 2005, the world couldn't stop talking. Their relationship became a fixture in the tabloids, with their age gap, Moore being 15 years older than Kutcher, sparking constant conversation. At the time, Moore was already a Hollywood icon, while Kutcher was still making his mark, transitioning from the fame of Asterisk, that 70s show Asterisk, into a career in film and television production.
Seems like you would be more interested in that, like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were before Ashton and his Diddy partying became a set. Like, there's a lot of that's government-based going on. You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad, like Bruce Willis has dementia right now.
Oh, Demi Moore has a wild movie out. I forgot what it's called, but I'll Google it. Yeah, The Substance.
He went right back to Mila, though. He went right back to where he wanted to be.
Age appropriate.
Not even age appropriate.
Their marriage was frequently in the public eye, marked by their joint appearances, loving posts on social media, and the merging of their families. However, their relationship was also tainted by a series of rumors and scandals. Kutcher faced multiple accusations of infidelity, which Moore later addressed in her memoir, Asterisk Inside Out Asterisk. The strain of these allegations, alongside Moore's personal battles with addiction and other challenges, ultimately led to their separation in 2011 and final divorce in 2013.
This is sad, but I won't say shocking. Of course, there were allegations in September that he had, cheated on her. They've been tweeting back and forth. She says that, she's the only one that has her own back. He says, don't believe the hype. So she put out the statement, and it wasn't a joint statement. It was, I have decided to leave the marriage.
And that's different because normally with a celebrity couple, you receive a joint statement.
Exactly. This one was very different. And she said that as a mother and as a wife, there are certain vows that she holds sacred. So you can read into that what you will.
And Logan, it's difficult.
It's definitely difficult, especially when you're in a fishbowl like they are.
But also, people are the age difference are playing in, and she was a bigger star than he was when they first got together. How does that all play in?
Well, I mean, there are definitely challenges with big age gap relationships, two people in different stages of their life. Maybe the older person is less likely to be flexible, but in this case, we really didn't see that because his career thrived with her, and she had younger children at the time, so I don't get the sense that this is what this was about. I mean, I think that we were really rooting for.
After his divorce from Moore, Kutcher reignited a romance with Mila Kunis, his co-star from that 70s show. Their undeniable chemistry on screen soon translated into a real-life relationship, much to the delight of fans. The couple began dating in 2012, got married in 2015, and have since welcomed two children together. Their relationship has been seen as a story of redemption and lasting love, offering a stark contrast to the tumultuous end of Kutcher's previous marriage.
Attended Fairfax High School in Los Angeles at different times, and that's not all they have in common. Mila married her That 70s Show co-star Ashton Kutcher in 2015, and the couple have 2 kids together. The 43-year-old was previously married to the Ghost star from 2005 to 2013. There seems to be no bad blood between the actors as the ladies embrace their commonalities for the amusing ad. Last February, Mila revealed to Access Hollywood's Zuri Hall that she and Ashton were surprised that they fell in love so many years after their hit show.
What do you remember most about how that show changed your life?
I mean, I got my husband out of that show, right? So that's probably the most memorable thing.
What would young Mila have thought about that at the time? Would she have even believed it was your spark?
I joke about it, but my husband and I were two very different people.
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago when we reconnected 8 years ago. And anyone that ever tells you, oh, I saw this coming is lying. This was not one of those things. So we're still as shocked.
Amidst his personal life, Ashton Kutcher's friendship with scene Diddy Combs has remained a consistent yet controversial aspect of his journey. The unlikely duo first crossed paths during the production of MTV's *Punked*, which Kutcher produced, with Diddy frequently making guest appearances. Their professional relationship quickly evolved into a close bond, fueled by shared interests, particularly their penchant for extravagant partying.
When did you first meet?
I was doing Making the Band on MTV. He was doing Punked.
Yeah.
And I gave him a call one day and I said, I heard that you are going to punk me and I just don't think that's a good idea.
In addition to their date nights going on talk shows, we've also seen video clips of Ashton actually at these parties. Over the years, Ashton and Diddy have been seen at various events together. Diddy has spoken fondly of Ashton, describing their relationship as more than just an industry friendship. Ashton has also referenced their bond, although with a level of discretion, which it really comes down to the parties and the stories he doesn't want to retell. In an interview from 2019, Ashton was actually speaking about a Diddy party, saying, "There's a lot I can't tell." In the moment, people didn't really read into it, but now knowing what we know about these parties, who celebrity A is. Maybe the A stands for Ashton. He told this story on Hot Ones, so let's go ahead and react to it together.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like
That
actually
is
cycling through them.
Creepy.
There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like,
I feel like this is actually his PR story. They totally have these PR stories they keep going to when they don't want to speak about what's really happening.
I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends.
Kutcher has frequently shared stories of his adventures with Diddy, painting a picture of lavish parties and exclusive high society events. However, these tales have taken on a darker tone, especially as Diddy's legal troubles have emerged, casting a shadow over their once glamorous escapades.
Whatever, this
you,
era's
Rob
Rat Pack.
Sanchez.
Oh, depressing.
That's what I'm talking. That was hot. That was hot.
That was hot. Here's where it gets
Okay,
really weird and not hot. They're doing the Best Villain Award. Gold member, Bullseye. These are awful. The girl from The Ring. She ends up winning. She has to come up. So after all this hot, weird Diddy and Ashton Kutcher, we have 13-year-old Demi Chase come up. It's just weird. It's weird, and it gets weirder. Oh yeah, with the two hot men. Here's the 13-year-old girl who won.
Hey! Oh my gosh, this so rocks!
This here's where it gets creepy.
I won the MTV Movie Award.
Coming to the after party tonight?
Yeah!
Still to come.
Are you coming to the after party? Yeah! Ew!
Diddy, a mogul renowned for his influence in music and fashion, has been the subject of numerous allegations over the years. These range from financial misconduct to more serious criminal accusations, including claims of sexual misconduct.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in New York City and charged with racketeering, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in relations for money. Prosecutors allege Diddy ran a criminal enterprise involving forced labor, kidnapping, and bribery. At the center of it all are so-called freak-offs, orchestrated erotic activities where Diddy allegedly directed men and women in X-rated performances. Many were said to be unknowingly filmed and blackmailed. Purportedly, victims, some underage, were controlled using using threats, violence, narcotics, and money. Raids on Diddy's homes uncovered videos, firearms, and curiously, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Combs denies all charges, but if convicted, faces up to life in prison.
We are committed to bringing justice to everyone who's been victimized by the defendant.
I hit rock bottom. You know the truth behind Diddy's freak-off parties? These parties were full of scantily clad women dancing around celebrities. From 2004 to 2009, Diddy's parties in the Hamptons attracted top celebrities, and even Reverend Al Sharpton made an appearance at one. But behind the glitz and glamour, these parties were hiding some dark secrets. Rumor has it that the parties were filled with barely dressed women, and Diddy allegedly used violence, threats, or coercion to force victims into sex trafficking with commercial sex workers. The parties were also reportedly flooded with illegal drugs, and Diddy even installed hidden cameras at the venue to maintain control over the victims. What's even more shocking is that the guest list for these parties was kept highly confidential, though it's rumored that big names like Jay-Z, Usher, Will Smith, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, and the Kardashian family were regulars at Diddy's events. Now that Diddy is serving time at MDC as the case unfolds, many celebrities might be called to testify. If they were directly involved in the parties, they won't be witnesses. They could even face charges themselves. They either get indicted or hide.
The parties hosted by Diddy became legendary for their opulence and air of secrecy. Celebrities, including Kutcher, were regular attendees, and these gatherings were known as exclusive playgrounds for the rich and famous, where luxury and intrigue were in abundance.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I just heard about that. But you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends? You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game, and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in, he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed.
Kutcher has referenced these parties in multiple interviews, often with a sense of nostalgia tinged with caution. He's hinted at wild, unforgettable stories from those nights, though he's made it clear that some of the details are too risky to share publicly.
Ashton Kutcher sure is close to some very serious predators for a man who co-founded a non-profit that is supposed to protect children from trafficking and child SA. Do we think that Ashton Kutcher will write character letters for Diddy if he gets arrested and convicted of something?
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
They seem a little too close for comfort.
Ashton Kutcher and Diddy are best friends. For decades, they've hung out, they've watched football together, and they've also partied hard every night and went on wild adventures. Actually, Ashton says that he has stories about Diddy that he can't ever tell. But now that Diddy's dark past is coming to haunt him, people are questioning Ashton Kutcher and what was he up to? I mean, he did support Danny Masterson, and he's known to befriend evil Hollywood influences. So maybe Ashton is just as bad as Diddy.
The shroud of secrecy surrounding these events has fueled rampant speculation about what truly happened at Diddy's parties. With Diddy's recent indictment and arrest, the spotlight has intensified on everyone linked to him, including Kutcher. The resurfacing of old interviews, where Kutcher hints at untold stories, has only added fuel to the fire, raising questions about his knowledge of or potential involvement in any illicit activities.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Kutcher's decision to publicly support his former co-star Danny Masterson has added further complexity to his public image. Masterson was convicted of sexual assault, and during his trial, Kutcher and Kunis wrote character letters in his defense, describing him as a role model and a trustworthy friend. This move was widely criticized as tone-deaf and insensitive, especially in light of the serious nature of the charges against Masterson.
And the co-founder of Thorn. We built software to fight human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of children. And that's our core mission. My other day job is that of the father of two, a 2-month-old and a 2-year-old. And as part of that job that I take very seriously, I believe that it is my effort to defend their right to pursue happiness and to ensure a society and government that defends it as well. But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's raped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play.
Their support for Masterson appeared especially hypocritical given Kutcher's role in founding Thorn, an organization dedicated to fighting child trafficking and exploitation. The backlash was immediate and intense, with many questioning the consistency of his values. In response, Kutcher stepped down from his position at Thorn to prevent further distraction from the organization's crucial mission.
Today, I want to talk about the Danny Masterson case. It's something that's been in the news for a while now. Honestly, the whole thing is very depressing. I've seen quite a few people speak on it at this point, and it seems they all start their videos talking about how they were fans of this person and the show, That 70s Show. Yeah, sure, I watched it growing up. I'm a 90s kid. It was like part of what I would see after school, but like, it's hard to even think back on that time positively because I just feel like so gross. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. No matter what you were a part of, no matter what you do, I feel like there's gonna be some celebrity thing that comes out where these people are horrible. And then for me, I've said this in previous videos, if I find out the person is horrible, I can't support their art, anything they've ever been in. It just all grosses me out and I can't have anything to do with it. So like, even sitting here saying, oh, I used to watch, like, I feel cringe. It's very hard for me to even say that, but because it is so relevant for so many people, because it was a popular show, we're all kind of sitting here like disgusted at everything.
The fallout from the Masterson scandal has been devastating for both Kutcher and Kunis. Their carefully crafted public personas took a major hit, and their apology video only seemed to deepen the controversy. Critics widely criticized the video as insincere and staged, accusing the couple of being more focused on damage control than expressing genuine remorse.
Leaving America following the Diddy accusations. Ashton and Mila recently went viral after they revealed that they would be leaving the country to start a new life in Europe following the backlash the couple have received over the last few years, and specifically the backlash surrounding their association with Diddy they have been getting ever since he was arrested. Mark recently slammed them both for their decision to leave the country by leaving a comment underneath a post that said, "Only cowards walk away without a word." In his comment, he said, "This rings true right now. Some fans are disappointed by Ashton and Mila's decision to leave. They think leaving the country makes it seem like they're running away from the backlash instead of facing it head on. They think that they should have addressed the accusations more directly before making such a big move." Other fans are supporting Ashton and Mila, saying that they have the right to move wherever they want, especially if they feel like staying in America would be too stressful for their family. They say that they don't owe anyone an explanation and should do what's best for them. There are also fans who agree with Mark's criticism, saying that it looks bad for Ashton and Mila to leave the country while their name is tied to Diddy's
So there are now rumors that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are going to be breaking up amid all the stress and scandal of what's going on with P. Diddy. If you remember, Ashton was really good friends with P. Diddy, and they did interviews together where Ashton talked about how much he loved going to Diddy's parties, but he did things there that he couldn't talk about. Also, there's a huge chance that Ashton is going to be called in to testify against Diddy, and they've even been seen taking their kids on separate vacations, so it kind of looks like maybe they're not doing so well, and this might be part of their separation. And I'm sure that we all still remember all the backlash that they got for writing the judge asking for leniency for their friend Danny Masterson after he'd been convicted of sexually assaulting multiple women. Anytime that we talk about Ashton, everybody always jumps to his defense and says, oh, he did work with that place for the human trafficking. You can build a million bridges. Nobody's ever going to call you a bridge builder. But if all of your friends are perverts, weirdos, and human traffickers, there's something going on inside you. So we'll see how all that goes real soon.
Amid the backlash, rumors have emerged suggesting that Kutcher and Kunis may be considering a move to Europe to escape the relentless media scrutiny. While some view this as a necessary step for the well-being of their family, others interpret it as an attempt to avoid accountability. Public figures, including Mark Wahlberg, have criticized the potential move, suggesting it reflects poorly on their willingness to face the consequences of their actions. Many believe that the potential move is an effort to escape the consequences tied to their close association with Diddy, as the ongoing scrutiny surrounding his legal troubles continues to cast a shadow over those connected to him. Things aren't looking promising for Ashton or any other Hollywood celebrity, for that matter. By the end of 2024, we may finally see actual names and evidence revealing who knew about Diddy's alleged crimes. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the stories that shape the entertainment world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.